Open a beer. Gather your friends. It's time for another episode of A Solid Four. We never know what may come out of our mouths. That's half the fun.
Welcome to another episode of A Solid Four. We got the egg timer going. Anybody opening a beer? Anybody?
Yeah.
Link's playing on his phone. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I'm looking up 500 facts, Tom.
So we do have
Five what?
regulator.
That'll take a minute.
Yep.
We have what?
Regulator.
Oh,
The beer we talked about last week for $5.99 for $24.
You're so worried about getting that
somebody
in. You
purchased
interrupted my
that.
whole introduction.
Ye old
Right here in just a
Roll
minute.
with it, Tommy. Go.
If you want to send us an email, you can do it at 4solidbeers@gmail.com, Twitter at 4solidbeers, Instagram _solid_4, and of course the ever popular website, which I want to add, has been up.com.
Oh, I never knew that.
Well, no,
I was kept trying to put underscores in there for some reason. I don't know.
no, that's all the other stuff. Has
www.
Yeah.
Does that work?
The underscores are between the W's.
Gotcha.
That's
I
where
don't think
that's
they
where
do
it gets
that at all.
confusing.
No, I think it's just the 4.com.
Gotcha. Now we're rolling.
Get a
Actually,
beer
Joe,
sponsor this week. We
egg
want to
timer.
thank Wheels for reappearing as the beer sponsor
Is this
for
his
another
third
solid.
time?
It's like
Yeah.
third
Is this
or
his
fourth.
I think
third or
he's
fourth time?
three.
In normal land, you start talking about wearing out your welcome, but he's bringing beer, so I don't know that that's possible.
Absolutely. He's welcome anywhere.
He, I think in honor of Carb Day, he's not going to be here this Carb Day. He posted the picture that was on
Right.
the cover of the
Right.
Indie Star
Yes.
web
Yes.
news page.
Yes, I saw that.
It's worth going to the Facebook page to take a look at that character right there, man.
Oh,
He
for
was
sure.
wearing some nut hugger shorts, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't look that closely because
Yeah, you couldn't help but
I
notice
think I
it.
saw it in person
Sounds
before he
like-
went out that day, and I'm
Camel
like,
toe
yeah,
man.
yeah, I'm good.
Sounds like Jeff looked pretty close, though.
It was
Just like, hey, that guy's got a
couldn't help
camel
but
toe.
notice.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
A couple of them.
Andy buys beer.
Yeah.
This is why
I'm in.
you and Wheels might
Might
be
be
able
friends.
to date.
Yeah, man. Hey, he can wear whatever he wants if he keeps spot.
They had some great track stories and some reminiscing going on. And if you want to put one up on the Facebook page, I think it's good stuff.
Do it.
We had it started with, surprisingly, Kylie had a gentleman come into the tanning salon she works at. She made an extra, $25 off that dude.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Getting brown for the
People tip.
yeah.
No, she
it's
gets commission.
Oh, wow.
on sales, yeah.
Oh,
she
sweet. Good for her.
She made some bucks. A guy wanted to get ready for the track. She's a local tanning salon. She had a 20-some guy come in asking for a tan. And they always ask if they're tanning for an event, to which he says, shit, I'm just trying to be tan for the track on Sunday. Yeah.
Got to get your base belt, right?
So
You do have to
Gotta
get
get your base belt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
so
gonna
she sold him a
be-
nice tanning lotion.
Yeah, 84 and sunny, I believe, on
Hell
race
yeah, it's
day.
gonna be
80, yeah.
beautiful.
80 something.
Hopefully
It's gonna be
the
beautiful
humidity's not up, because if that humidity's up,
You guys on the back with cigarettes.
No,
so
yeah, yeah.
just
no, I'm gonna be
I'm not
burning
sitting
water.
back there.
the fat guys in the stands.
So to Kylie, real quick, she's excited about that story. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, people,
it's a good
people
story.
on the track, it's everything, right?
Yep.
And she does graduate from high school this Friday. Well, by the time this airs, right, it'll be her graduation day, or very close to it. So,
Right.
congrats to her for making it through high
Absolutely.
school.
Absolutely.
Surviving the gauntlet.
As we've said before, which is also what day? Carb day.
It is Carb Day. I'm over it though. I'm good.
You are?
It's taking me a
Solid dick of the
Last
week
week
again
you
this
were
week.
last week you were saying how Avon high schools were cock blocking you because you couldn't go to Carb Day.
Yeah.
Now you're good with
The
it.
big old
So
HCBs.
it's taken a week to get over it, and you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
That stuff
Yeah.
after a
I'm
while.
absolutely good with it.
Absolutely,
So-
absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
okay.
Yep.
Well,
You-
congrats to Kylie. That's awesome.
How you have grown in 1 week. Nice job.
I actually have
I'm
not.
super proud of you.
Haven't
Like a
grown in
flower.
He still can't ride the rides down.
Flower.
Ride the rides down
Like a flower.
All right, what else we got? Facebook
Way
story.
back
I
in
know there are a
2008,
couple.
Danny Hagen. This is a great story. This is like one of those.
2008, so 13 years ago,
Yeah,
Danny
13
would have been probably
it
right
said-
around
college
20 or
kid.
21.
It
Yeah, he
actually
was college
says
age kid.
right there.
Or
I'll get to
14.
that.
Well,
if
I
you
can't
let me-
read some, bitch.
Well,
It
I
says
know,
right there
but
he
I
was
can't.
21.
It's
Well, go
right here in
ahead.
front of me. I got it. It's okay, Jeff. I know you want to tell the story, but I got it. Way back in 2008, Danny Hagen attended his first race over the age of 21. Being a dumb 21-year-old college kid, he packed his cooler with a case of Miller High Life
Okay.
glass bottles.
What? And does everybody
You just can't.
You just can't.
That's not how you drink that.
No.
no glass at the
But it was
track?
Miller High Life because a liquor store by his apartment at Indiana State sold a 24-pack for $10.99.
Okay.
That's a deal.
So, yep. So he gets to the gate. Yellow shirt looks at him, laughs, and says, "Come on, man. You can't bring that in here." And he says, wide-eyed, "What can I do? Can I leave my cooler there and pick it up later? Would a crisp Andrew Jackson change your mind? You can leave them all here or drink them now." So Danny, being the trooper that he is, says, "Challenge accepted, my man." Proceeded to chug 9 in a row. The remaining 15 beers, left them on the fence and pulled my cooler of ice into the track. He doesn't remember much else about the race that year, but he's pretty sure he had a good time.
Oh, to be
All that same story.
I guarantee you they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were
Absolutely.
talking about that before we started recording, and we're like, I mean, that's one of those moments where it's like, "Hey, everybody, I got 15 beers here. There ain't no way this is happening. Help yourself."
Yep.
Yeah, so that's good stuff.
Yeah, and most people that go in are fairly good natured, right? I
Oh,
would have exchanged. I'm like,
yeah.
hey, I'll drink a couple here with you.
Right,
Give
why
you a
not?
couple of the cans to take in.
a Hudy Lights of cans. Hudy Lights.
Light.
Give you some Hudies.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I did see when I was buying the regulator,
Yeah.
Bud Ice,
Oh, yeah.
and apparently a beer labeled Natty Daddy.
Yes, it's big.
Wow.
Really? Who's your?
40
Yeah.
ounces. 40 ounces of love right there.
Really? Natty Daddy.
Ounces of love.
Yeah. Who's your natty daddy?
It's $1.99 to 40 rides.
Do we have any other stories? Because we're not even close to the 10-minute mark, and
Luke
we're
Hibbard.
derailed.
Luke
Absolutely.
Hibbard had a track story. Now, this one I really like because it's got history in it. And I think that's what it's all about with the track. You know, what did you do with your folks? And,
Traditions,
you know,
and, yeah.
traditions, things like that. So he said, track story, well, more like an experience. This year marks his 15th year staying in the Coke lot for the race weekend. He's 29, but he's been doing this since he was 14. He's made their mark in Lot 1A. Track is not just home to a race, but a home to a family who I see once a year. Accumulated countless stories, witnessed many fights. Unfortunately, amateur dancers, which means titties.
Exactly.
This year,
I didn't see that
especially
coming from
since
Tom.
it's the
I didn't
last
either, not
race
from
weekend
Tom.
of my 20s, but my first carb day back since I've been a public educator. My brother and I have already established our spot at the concert, rain or shine. Catch me doing mudslides in a Hawaiian shirt. Much love to a solid 4. Enjoy your race weekend. Make a stop by 25th and Georgetown if you want to witness a true spectacle of racing.
There you go.
It
So
is.
that's to me that's really
That's what
what
it's
Yeah.
all about.
Yeah.
you know.
That sums
I
it
talk
up
about
well.
the month, talk about families,
Oh, for
and that's
sure. Yeah.
that's what it is. And I'm sure there's other events out there. I mean, we talked about the Kentucky Derby the last couple of weeks or a couple of weeks ago, whatever.
Tom,
but
are you done fucking around with
yeah,
that
seriously,
microphone?
how many times?
For the
So-
love of God.
that does come through, by the way, like that. Those are
Absolutely.
really really cool because that's what and that's what he's going to grow up doing.
Yeah.
I mean, grow up. I mean, but when
he's
he's
already grown
old,
up.
when he's older and has kids,
Yeah.
what do you think he's going to want to do? He's going to want to create the same damn memories.
Yep.
So yeah, that's
About that.
cool.
Yeah. Luke's been trying to have kids for 6 years, so he's a little sensitive about that. So
Sorry, did not know that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Just kidding, Luke. If that's true, that's just a joke.
Yeah, I really
So-
hope that's not.
The other part of that story that's not in there, they get the same exact spot in the Coke lot. Get in line.
You got to figure that
to
shit
do
out
that.
yourself. Yeah,
And there's 2 other campers that they met through the Coke lot experience.
Right.
and they all say
Yeah.
every year come back to
that they all get there
Yeah, 'cause that's
and
tough.
fight for a spot.
That's just
spot.
basically a huge grass area,
Right.
And in order to get the same spot, you got to get your shit together, and
You gotta plan it.
just buy a spot in that entire giant grass parking lot,
Yeah.
Right.
And so to get
And
that
first
all
come,
figured
first
out.
serve thing,
Yeah,
so.
it is.
So
Exactly.
I've never been to the Coke field race till the last time I went to the race, which was when Ryan Hunter Ray won it. So that was 2017, 2015, somewhere in
Sure.
there, doesn't matter. So we go in at our Coke lot night, meeting some friends there, park outside of the Coke lot, walk into the Coke lot to meet our friends in there. The partying that was going on was an absolute great time.
Yeah, they go hard.
they go.
We got one more story. Brian Barnhill The year I was 13, our parents allowed me and my cousins to sign up to sell newspapers at the Speedway on race morning. They had to show up at the Indianapolis Star News building downtown at some crazy time, like 4:30 a.m., to get their papers, load onto a bus that hauled the army of temporary paper boys to the track. Inside, walking around a little after 5 a.m., well before the traditional cannon blast marked the gate to the public. So yeah, so
I wonder if you
there you go.
wonder if you got paid by the paper or hour.
Probably by the paper.
By the paper. But
Dump that shit in the creek.
Yep.
I hit the more button. There's more. Since nobody was around to buy their papers, they time, so no way were the two of these knuckleheads getting in. After a few minutes, an old guy walked up and said, "Is that this morning's race paper? I'll take two." It was Anthony Joseph Foyt Jr.
Wow.
Towering over us, too young and dumb to have an actual copies through the fence, handed each of us a $20 bill and said, "You boys have a good day and enjoy the race."
That's a great story.
Strolled back to the
Oh
garage.
yeah,
That's cool.
That's
Well, yeah.
awesome.
That's cool.
That's an
Solid.
amazing story.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Did he tell that quickly and hardly?
Tom did.
It's
No,
on
Tom
the
did.
printed page, so
yeah.
it's kind of hard to tell.
He might have typed it quickly and hardly.
He may
All right, good stories. That's quality interaction.
on the
Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Tom.
Somebody knocking at our door?
My
You're
ears
the
are
guy that has radio experience.
We've all worked in offices at some level, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there always that one guy that hits his keyboard abnormally too
no,
hard?
No, just you.
That's probably me.
Bullshit. There are people.
Yeah,
too.
there's several loud typers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
loud typers.
And when the keyboard used to click when you typed it, oh man, that got annoying. Yeah.
So when I'm working at home, my wife always knows when
Cool.
I'm angry and I'm typing an email because it gets louder.
Your
Current wife.
yeah.
Is it a strongly worded email you're sending
Always.
out,
Every
or
time.
is it
Every
just
time. Yeah. So
back to
this
Indy.
weekend is race weekend,
Oh, yeah.
and we got Carb Day coming up, and then we got a race on Sunday, Memorial Day, to start the summer off. Some of us are going to go to graduations, but some of us are also going to do a moments. And I think we should do it chronologically, so that means Carb Day first.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about Carb Day. Then we'll talk about race
Trying to
boys.
figure out all our ages there for a second.
I was like,
I think I'm the elder here.
Jeff
oldest,
goes last.
youngest,
I am the
or
oldest
youngest,
here.
oldest?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Sorry,
That
man.
sucks.
Hey, Papa.
Yeah, so I'm with you. Yeah, Carb Day probably starts the weekend.
It warms
right?
it up.
Hell yeah, it does.
And you guys are excited because Carb Day is now Friday. We had this conversation a few weeks ago. It used to be.
I like it.
honestly think it used to be better when it was
Actually,
Thursday because it gave you
so-
an excuse for Friday.
So I actually am talking from experience, not me personally, but family that comes over from Pennsylvania, and they never used to come over on Carb Day when it was Thursday, and now that it's Friday, they take
Make a long
the days
weekend
off
of it,
and
yeah.
make it. I mean, it's a 3-day week now, or a 3-day weekend.
Oh, so you like these people?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
In
Oh,
fact, I'm
They download pretty
Hell
frequently.
yeah, they do. I'm going to give them a shout out too, because if we get this uploaded at a certain time, they may actually be listening on their drive over. It's about
Well,
a
safe
10
travels.
about
They'll
10 hour
be-
drive.
They'll be
Yeah.
listening on the way over.
So Phil and Kelly, if you're listening, hurry up. Well, actually, don't hurry up. Just slow down.
Honk
Yeah.
your horn right now. Wherever
Drive
you're
safely.
at, honk your
Yes,
horn.
honk your horn
Yeah.
right now.
Go the speed limit.
Beep,
That's
beep.
the safe thing to do.
Yes.
So real quick, can we go back 3 or 4 days
Yes.
to that Sunday, the pole position?
Oh, sure. Yeah. We can talk about
thing?
that.
Save that Jimmy Johnson made while qualifying. I'm only going to talk about it briefly. I don't know if you guys saw it or
I
not.
saw it. I saw it. I
It
watched the
was
whole thing.
incredible.
It was. It
I mean,
was. That could
this
have
guy
been
can
a
drive
big
any
disaster.
car. This
Yeah.
guy can drive any car. It's his first time on an oval.
Right.
Miles an hour, 230 miles an hour. He did 239 miles an hour in the first turn. His ass end started coming around.
Yep.
And the save that he made to keep that thing off the wall or completely spinning was absolutely
really good.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that
good.
was impressive.
I think
Very good.
in his in the interview after that, he said, "Hey, did this car make my ass look fat?"
And what was even more ballsy is after that, because usually after that the driver's like,
They
"Screw this, something's
Nervous,
wrong
and
with the
they
car."
back
I'm, you know,
off and, yeah.
every lap after that was faster than that lap.
That's
So,
yeah.
I still have some people that I know personally that work at the Speedway. So I actually have some inside about that. I was talking the other day. They said a beaver actually ran out across the street in front of me. and he
Probably someone
avoided
a
it.
fucking raccoon.
So
True story. We were out there qualifying. I don't know. what year it was.
No, sorry, raccoon. I ruined that story. It was a raccoon.
You did.
wasn't it?
I knew where